Generation X, a name that is synonymous with power, coupled with an impact on wrestling that is indisputable. Generated from an explosion of brilliance and audacity, Shawn Michaels and Hunter Hearst Helmsley forged a bond that set the industry ablaze with unrivaled charisma and controversy, defying authority, breaking the rules, and changing the game. Brace yourself for a captivating saga as we revisit the origins of the Attitude Era, Generation X. After the events of One Night Only, it is revealed that the winner of Hell in a Cell earns the opportunity to face Bret Hart for the WWF title. In an intense in-ring interview with Vince McMahon, The Undertaker declares that Hell in a Cell will be Judgment Day for Shawn Michaels.
Burn in eternal damnation.
But Michaels continues to exude confidence, interrupting to assert that he will always stay one step ahead of everyone involved.
And that man, all you got to do is show up.
The stage is set for an epic showdown, with the fate of the WWF Championship hanging in the balance. Later in the night, Michaels continues to name himself the main event, calling The Undertaker out to the ring.
Bring that dead carcass out here so HBK can slap you around. Wait a minute. Stop.
Answering the call, The Undertaker was jumped from behind by Helmsley, with Michaels' other associates Rick Rude and Chyna providing backup. The Undertaker was outnumbered and unable to defend himself against the group as the four fled the scene. Then, during the scheduled main event between Bret Hart and Goldust, Shawn Michaels attacks Bret Hart, with Helmsley joining the fray as members of the Hart Foundation rush to the ring. Rick Rude also joins the fight, creating an opening for The Undertaker to rush the ring, chokeslamming Michaels and Bret Hart down into the abyss. The following week, Shawn Michaels and his associates return to be pressed by Vince McMahon as the situation continues to spiral out of control. Refusing to provide any further information, the group gets under the skin of McMahon as Michaels goes on to relish in his previous attack on The Undertaker.
And we kick the dead man's ass.
Helmsley then commands the microphone, voicing his outrage at being held back by the powers that be. With Vince McMahon outnumbered and facing severe disrespect, Commissioner Slaughter interrupts the confrontation. Slaughter reminds Michaels of his impending Hell in a Cell doom, revealing strict orders.
You're gonna wrestle The Undertaker here tonight.
Then, the Hart Foundation enters the arena, led by WWF champion Bret Hart, who promises to punish Michaels, claiming that he must pay for his crimes. However, Michaels and Helmsley were not intimidated by Bret Hart's threats, as the Hart Foundation leaves the arena. Scheduled, The Undertaker struggled to regain his bearings as Helmsley quickly gains control. As The Undertaker attempts to end the match, Rick Rude rushes into the arena to assist his ending the match. Pulling a body bag from the briefcase, Chyna, Helmsley, and Michaels zip The Undertaker inside. With their backs turned, The Undertaker breaks free. Overtaking Helmsley, The Undertaker stalks Michaels up the entranceway with nowhere to escape. Michaels scales the arena staging, foreshadowing his Hell in a Cell fate in 6 days. The silhouette of Hell in a Cell would become a monument over time. The ominous steel structure loomed overhead, designed to keep both competitors locked inside. The stakes were high, as the winner will be awarded a WWF Championship opportunity. Before the match, Shawn Michaels is interviewed backstage, informing his clan that his tenacity will provide all the protection that he needs.
I am the #1 guy in this business today.
WWF officials survey the ring in preparation for the first ever Hell in a Cell. The Heartbreak Kid makes his entrance as anticipation elevates. The cell descends, and The Undertaker toes to the ring. The officials move to lock the two inside the imposing structure, trapping them for Hell in a Cell. A barrage of punishing blows that leaves Michael struggling to mount any effective offense. The Heartbreak Kid found himself trapped in a violent nightmare, thrown mercilessly into the unforgiving steel, as The Undertaker finally gets unrestrained access to his tormented adversary. Desperately searching for a way to gain the upper hand, Michaels was able to knock The Undertaker off his game, unleashing a flurry of attacks from all directions. Maintains a dominant position over the dead man, and with The Undertaker weakened, WWF cameraman capturing the intense event. Growing violently incensed, Michaels attacks the cameraman, forcefully tossing him aside. Resuming his attack on The Undertaker, Michaels flashes his signature moveset, setting up for his famed sweet chin music. Following the attack on the cameraman, Commissioner Slaughter returns to carry him. Found himself in a precarious position, being slammed repeatedly on the rough metal grating. With no escape in sight, Michaels tries to retreat down the cell, but the dead man prevents his escape. In his shock, The Undertaker's guard was left open for an attack, as Kane power drives him into the mat. With his head colliding with the stiff surface, The Undertaker has been immobilized in the ring. Kane proceeds